Hey everyone, I'm back again, just sorting out my laptop because the screen was down a bit. Welcome to Jake's Metal Chat once again. So just sorting out a few things here before I let my guest in. So we are now on episode 35 and I think my guest is in. I'm just going to sort out a few more things. I was looking at my subscribers list and there is 277. So, yeah, thank you very much for all those who have subscribed over the recent months. So I'm just going to get a few things sorted. So, yep, here we go. Just need to sort out my beer here. Hang on a minute, just need to sort something else out. Be right back. Sorry about that. One of my family members came over to drop some stuff off. Anyway, as for the videos, I got something that came in the post recently. A package, which I will show in another video, or I could show it now. No, I'll show it in another video. I need to get my guest in. I need to make sure everything's set. Yep, everything's set. Better get him in, because he's probably wondering what the fuck I'm doing. Cheers. Oh, I've got the fucking handle, haven't I? Connecting to... Oh, its audio has connected.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, good. See you. Yeah. You can't see me. All right, 1 second.
No, all I see is Slam is dead.
Yeah. 1 second here. I start video.
So,
there we go.
There, that's better.
What's going on, brother?
Not a lot. Went for a walk earlier.
Nice.
Pick up a few things. I did get my mum a Mother's Day present.
Nice.
How you doing?
Doing good. Doing good. Had a good night last night and just chilling out today and ready to do this with you.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Welcome to Jake's Metal Chat, episode 35.
35. Excellent. I appreciate it.
Yeah, definitely, because I've heard about your band for a long while now.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I think since about 2000 I want to say about 2012, maybe earlier than that.
Okay. Yeah, the band started in 2005, I think. So
5 or 6, one of the.
Yeah, 5, 6, something like that. Yeah.
Something like that. It was in the 2000s, so.
Yeah.
So, what? How's the weather in North Carolina?
Today, a little overcast, but it's not too bad. But 60, 65 degrees. It's been a nice week this week. It's been really good. Sunny, 75 every day. So no complaints.
Well, that's all right then. It's been raining here.
Oh yeah.
Been getting rain and hailstones and.
Oh damn.
Which I thought was going to turn into snow, but it didn't. It just sort of came down, fell on the ground, and broke apart.
Oh shit! Okay.
Well, that might have been sleet. I'm not entirely sure now, but it was white. It was coming down. It turned into hell. I got hit in the face.
Fuck! Damn.
It's not like massive big ones that you can get. So
right. Just the small ones.
Not the ones that are like.
Right.
Just the small ones which are like. Ow. Just poking in the head constantly.
Just enough to aggravate you, huh?
Just enough to aggravate you, but luckily I had my hoodie on.
All right, good deal.
I had my Gojira hoodie on, so that was all right.
Nice.
And put some music on so I didn't have to.
Yes.
Oh, I got no music on. Fuck. Anyway, I introduce my guests all the time. Probably a lot of you know him if you're into your underground brutal death or death metal, extreme metal in general. This is Peter. He is the mastermind behind Bloodsoaked. If you're not familiar with Bloodsoaked, couldn't even talk then. If you're not familiar with Bloodsoaked, go check his music out. It's just, well, it's brutal.
Hell yes, thank you.
Fucking brutal. You're welcome. And this is the first thing I usually ask all the guests because we're all stuck in this pandemic at the moment. When it first hit, and probably up till now, well, actually, let's talk about when it first hit. How are you coping with it?
It hasn't been too bad. Luckily, I've kept my job. I've been employed the whole time. Oh, so, cool. I gotta knock on some wood for that. Yep. You're just not being able to get together with friends, family. My family all lives out of state, so I can't really fly there and stuff like that. But overall, it hasn't been terrible. Just because, like I said, I've been working and steadily working the whole time. And I guess, yeah, like I said, for the most part, just not being able to, get together with your friends, talk, communicate, just the camaraderie. So I've done a lot of like Zoom meetings with friends and stuff. Yeah. So that's been good, keeping in touch and, talking metal and, just general stuff. So yeah, but it's slowly, it seems like things are slowly getting back to normal.
Yeah, slow. Yeah, so slowly on. We started the vaccine injections for people here. Well, we start with the elderly because they're more at risk. So that includes like grandparents of mine, and then my mum got hers done because she works with the NHS here.
Okay. So yeah, my mom got hers done as well, so she's good right now.
Yeah, my brother's got his done because he also works for the NHS. A friend of mine also got his done because he also, again, works for the same place. Both my dad's had his done. My uncle's had his done. I'm pretty sure most people I know in my family have already had theirs done. I'm just waiting on mine.
Okay, all right.
I'm just waiting on mine, which is taking the piss, but we have to. We're not taking the piss, and let me rephrase that. I mean, if you're impatient person, it's taking the piss.
Right.
But
yes,
obviously you got to sort those out first. But
yep.
Yeah. Okay. It's just obviously I'm just like, come on. I want the jab done, but then I'm like, well, maybe I got to wait. But hopefully, at the rate we're doing it in Bristol, which is where I'm from, they've actually been going quick.
Okay.
With it, so if nothing was happening, then yeah, I can say that word again, taking the piss.
Right.
That's what I meant by it's taking. It would take the piss if nothing was happening.
Yep. Yeah, they've been loosening up the restrictions here in the U.S. a little bit as to who can get them. So things seem to be moving, a little bit quicker now here as well. So that's good.
That's
hopefully,
good.
Yeah, hopefully more and more people, just get vaccinated, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, some people might think, oh, I want my vaccine. It's taking the piss. You just got to wait your turn.
Yep, that's it. Just wait it out.
So I'm at first I was like, okay, it's just taking a while now because obviously hopefully when gigs and festivals turn up, I'm just gonna be like, I haven't got it done yet. Can't go. Yeah. Well, that's my social life down the fucking toilet again.
Yep.
But
I know, right?
They did loosen the restrictions here for a while, so people can meet up in pubs and everything. Obviously, you got to wear a mask.
Yep. Same here.
All that, and even when you go in shops or whatever, you got to put your mask on.
Yeah, we got to wear a mask anywhere that if you're not inside your house, basically. I mean, you're walking around the street, you don't have to, but yeah, any stores, restaurants, pubs, bars, yeah, you got to have it on. That's fine. I have no problem wearing my mask, though.
Yeah, and I don't mind wearing it. It's just when I'm walking, if I'm still got on and I'm walking around for ages, the inside of it, it's going to get horrible and humid. I'm just like, oh, this just takes the piss now. I'm sorry.
Yep, exactly.
I just want to be able to walk somewhere without wearing a mask. But the only place I can not wear a mask Well, I don't need to wear a mask. It's my own house, so it's just when you're out and
Yep.
about, you got to wear a mask. And also, for the restrictions here, you can only meet up with people in a group of 6. There's only like 6 of you at a time.
Okay.
Not any more than that, because we've had people break up illegal. The police break up illegal raves and stuff.
Right.
With more than that number.
Okay.
And that's
Yeah. So people just pushing the limits of the capacity, huh?
yeah,
Of
because
getting
and I
together.
think that's another thing that takes the piss. People are not taking it seriously.
Right. Yep.
So, you know, that's a British thing, taking the piss. Taking the piss. You're taking the piss now, anyway. But well, as long as you had your job to keep you going,
Yep.
because it would have
Yes.
sucked if you didn't have your job.
I feel bad for the people who laid off, or just lost their job altogether. Businesses closed down. So yeah, I feel bad for the people who just haven't been able to work.
Yeah, because some of my mates have, because I had one mate who used to work for a brewery and deliver what people ordered from the brewery.
Yeah.
Lost it for a while and then got it back.
Okay.
I got some mates who have been struggling a lot lately because a lot of them are musicians and a lot of them have been struggling just to write anything.
Right.
I'm struggling with that as well. I'm just
Yeah.
trying to write some riffs from some bands that I'm in and whatnot, but nothing seems to come to mind. Well, I got like the first bit, but then that word again, taking the piss. I can't think of anything to do after that. I'm just like, okay, let's listen to something else and see what I can do differently from that.
Right. So you get a little bit of writer's block.
Yeah, but I've always had it. To be honest, I've never been good at writing riffs. Sometimes I come up with something and all of a sudden it's like, oh, we use that. It's like, oh, cool.
Yeah. Sometimes
Not a complete waste of time.
Yeah, no, sometimes the riffs just start flowing, and then other times, you can be practicing and just jamming for a month, and then no new riffs come out of it.
No, yeah, it's mental.
Yep.
Absolutely mental. But hopefully, I can think of something because I'm doing a death metal band, but it's obviously it's a British death metal band because British.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Obviously, it's British death metal, but it's got the HM2 Boss distortion pedal, which a lot of the Swedish bands use.
Swedish bit. Yep. Okay.
So I'm using that, and I'm tuned to B because most of them were tuned to B or C or D.
Okay.
Mostly. And speaking of Swedish death metal bands, we did lose LG Petrov of Entombed very recently.
Yep. Yeah, just a few days ago, earlier this week. Yeah.
Yeah, when I saw that, I was just like, my heart just sunk.
I know, young guy too. I mean,
49 years old.
I know, it's crazy.
Absolutely mad. He had a rare form of cancer as well, which I never heard of. It had a name for it, but I didn't know how to say the name. I was just like, okay, well, I don't know how to say that. But it had something to do with bowels.
Yeah, no, it's a big loss to the scene, man. He's been around forever.
Yeah, and he's a big part of my musical direction in terms of my death metal band and my vocal style. And I actually got to meet him once.
Okay, you did, huh?
That was a Bloodstock 2014.
Okay.
Nice. He was playing with Entombed AD, not Entombed.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And I got to meet him there. Got a picture of him, even though he's in the picture, he's looking at the camera. I'm like this.
Yeah.
Not looking at the bloody camera, thinking it's over there.
I love it.
How stupid I was. Again, taking the piss. What? Oh, damn it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I only got to meet him that one time, didn't have a full conversation with him. I wish I did now.
Yeah.
But I've met other members of other Swedish bands like Dismember and.
Okay.
I went to Stockholm 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And seeing those bands in their home country
that's pretty cool.
Just a sight to behold.
Right. That's very cool.
Yeah, very cool. And one more person we lost as well, Rich of Fleshcoin.
Yes. Yep, that was like
As well.
that was like 2 weeks ago. I met Rich a couple times, years ago.
Yeah, did you know him
And
personally?
yeah, he was a great guy, a huge supporter of the scene, between his band and his label. And he just did so much, and he supported everyone, other up and coming labels and bands underground. Yeah, and it's just crazy because people just last few years seems like there's just a lot of musicians in the metal scene have gone.
Yeah, yeah, and when I found out he passed away, I think someone from Mortician posted it. I think Roger posted it.
Yeah, okay.
He might have posted it, and there's pictures of Roger and Will with Flesh Grind because they played with Flesh Grind back in the day,
Yeah, yep.
which is a Mortician still a band I need to see. So
I don't think I've ever seen him. I don't think I've seen him yet at all myself.
oh wow, thought you might have.
Yep. Yeah, no, I don't think I've seen him at all.
Yeah, I've never seen them. They rarely play the UK.
Okay.
Last time I checked, they played London back in like 2001, I think.
All right.
I
Okay.
wasn't even in the death metal scene yet.
Oh, okay.
But big cheers to our
Cheers.
fallen brothers.
Nice.
Good old beer. Anyway, well, just thought get that out of the way, the whole COVID thing, and if it's taking the piss that things are going ahead, things are going ahead, but you can see why someone will say it's taking the piss because it might be taking too long. Well, you got to have a little bit of patience. So,
yep.
I'm
just wait it out.
Just weigh it out, and then
that's it.
Hopefully, we can all go into gigs again, and my phone keeps going off.
Yes. Yes.
We just need gigs. And
yes.
Speaking of metal and all that, where did your music journey begin, and how did it get into metal? Basically, how did it get into this fantastic music we call metal? It's fantastic. To those outside, it's like, oh, it's not. It's like, I listen to everything. You put metal on, they're going to be like, no, I don't like it. So don't tell me you listen to everything then.
Yeah, and I guess mine would probably be, back in the late 70s with like Kiss and Kiss, and then Van Halen, obviously Black Sabbath, just kind of straight up metal stuff, and then just slowly progress to thrash with the Metallica and Slayer, and
of course,
just old school Exodus, just thrash, and just a slow progression from there, to death metal. And it was probably like, early Death and early Sepultura that, just, a little bit more, progression of the heavier music going from, just straight up metal to thrash, and, and then, like I said, just like Sepultura back there, they were right on that verge of either thrash or death metal, back in the day with Beneath the Remains and Schizophrenia, it was right, I would still consider it, death metal to an extent. And then, just from there, like, bands like Obituary and, Malevolent Creation and just the old school stuff that, I just kind of found and just fell in love with. And it's never gone away. It'll never go. I just love death metal. And, until I'm 100 years old, I will be listening to death metal.
Yeah, I'll basically still be listening to death metal and metal in general until I'm no longer here. And because everyone thinks, oh, it's a phase, you'll grow out of it. Bullshit, it's a phase.
Yeah, no, I don't know how you can grow out of music, no matter what kind of music it is.
Yeah, I know, right? But there are people like saying, oh, yeah, because I remember I used to volunteer at a place here called the Trinity Centre. And there was one person there, he said, oh, yeah, I used to listen to metal, but then I got into grime. He's like, what? I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but if you're metalhead and you get in the metal, it's like, oh, once you're metalhead, that's it. You don't leave.
Yes. Yeah. I don't know how people just, listen to metal for years and then just
Completely
stop. Like,
stop.
hey, I don't, yeah, I'm not interested in metal anymore. Huh? I don't know how that happens.
No, I don't get it either. I'm not. My love of metal has been with me since 2003.
Yeah. Yeah. No, mine's been, like I said, in the late 70s. I mean, shit,
Sure.
forever. Seems like forever.
Seems like forever. And
Yes.
what's the North Carolina metal scene like? Because metal scenes everywhere are different. So, what was it like in the early days when you got into it?
Well, I moved here in 2002. So I grew up in Boston, Massachusetts.
Yeah, I can
And
tell from
the
the
metal scene, the metal scene up in Boston where I grew up was great. I played in a thrash band called Deathlock. That was 80, 88, I think. And
yeah, I got Metallum here.
yeah, and we
1989 to 1990. You're on one demo.
yeah,
No peace, no pain.
yep,
Like no peace, but no pain.
right, yep, yeah, that was back then, and we played shows all the time with all the other thrash metal and the hardcore bands back then. The camaraderie with all the bands was great. There was there wasn't any competition to see who was better than the others. It was, we all went out and supported everybody's shows.
Mm.
There was always it was probably a good like 4 or 6 clubs we would play in the area, and just they supported metal. It was really good.
That sounds like a good time.
I was great.
Obviously, I was a kid when death metal was just taking off in the early 90s because I was born in
Yeah,
91. So that's how old I am.
yeah.
I'm still a young face, even though some people think I'm older because of my beard. I haven't shaved in a long time. And I don't tend
Keep
to.
it going.
No, hopefully it'll grow longer I've noticed greys in here.
It's a big giant beard.
Just like a great big bushy beard. That's yeah. Come to Bristol, you go any further in Bristol, you're gonna get people talking like that.
Okay.
Like a farmer.
All right. Yeah. All right.
But I'm not gonna talk like that because you probably think, "What the fuck are you saying?"
Nah, yeah, that's all right.
Because I got a mate because we're in a band as well as a folk metal band, and he's from Yorkshire originally, but he's moved from Leeds to Wales, then to here, and then the first time he heard something Bristolian, it's Bristolian.
Okay.
It's Arcade He, and he's like, "What does that mean?" And he's like, "What?" It means, look at him, or whatever, something like that. It's
Right.
like, Arcade, what are you saying?
I love it.
But yeah, different dialects in the UK. It's like in America, everyone sounds very different. I've heard how people in Boston speak. I've heard how people in New York speak.
Yep.
Florida.
Oh yeah, there's different dialects. All even in the same state, you could have 3 or 4 different dialects.
It's mental. I've never been to Boston, but I've watched shows or films in Boston.
Yeah. Okay.
In Boston, like The Departed, for example.
Oh yeah. Yep.
And how this is like, wow, wow. And even I think Mayor Quimby's from Boston from The Simpsons.
Yeah. Yes. Yep.
Like how he says certain things. Like, what the hell? What's he saying? It's like, where's he from? Boston. And then I heard, and I was like, okay, how he says things. Okay, that makes sense now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, he says you're from Boston originally.
Yep.
What made you move to North Carolina?
I moved. I was married at the time. We moved down here to be closer to her family, and just stuck. I mean, I'm divorced now, but I like the area. I got a good job. The music scene here is pretty good.
Yeah.
It was then. It still is now.
Mm.
Good. Array of metal bands. Just the whole gamut of metal. And yeah, I really do like it here. I really have. I go back to Boston to visit family and friends. But yeah, this is North Carolina is my home now.
It's your home now because you've been there since what, 2002?
Yeah,
Did you say?
2002, like 19 years. So
Well, that's a long time. Be
yeah,
20
yeah,
years
I know.
next year.
Yeah, 20 years next year.
20 years.
Yeah, it's crazy. Time flies.
20 years. That is crazy.
Yep.
I've always lived in Bristol. I didn't plan on moving anytime soon.
Okay.
Well, I can't really move anywhere. If I'm moving, it'll be somewhere in Bristol because I still live with my dad at the moment.
Okay.
So can't really afford to move anywhere because most places are a bit expensive to move to. Unless I rent a flat, unless I go to a flat and pay rent, and then it's like,
Right. Yep.
I don't have the money for this. I'll just buy a house. I'll buy this house. It's a bit dilapidated. Fuck that in.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the point of this video is to talk metal, and also I want to get onto your band.
All right.
Bloodsoaked.
Let's do it.
Bloodsoaked. And well, actually, before I do, I noticed your hoodie earlier. Insidious Decrepity.
Yep. Insidious. Yep.
I met Sean when he was on tour with Cerebral Bore. He was the vocalist for a bit.
Yeah, that's right. He filled in on vocals for a while.
I met him. He's really cool. Really cool.
Yeah, I love Sean. We've played many shows and festivals together, and we've always had a great time. Another one-man band. So, great guy. I've known Sean for a while now.
Yeah, because he's been in the scene for
he's been in the
long
scene.
time.
Yep, yeah, he's been in the scene for a while.
For a long time, such as yourself. And right, can't talk. Bloodsoaked, formed in 2006 is what I'm looking on.
Yeah, 2005. Yeah, 2005, 2006, somewhere in there.
Between those 2 years, so.
Yep.
Why the name Bloodsoaked?
Well, I had before the band, I had a promotion, an online promotional thing. It was called Bloodsoaked Promotions. And I started that in, I think, 95. And that was like, just online website to promote bands, all forms of extreme metal. And it did really well for me. I had a really good following back then. It was, like I said, Bloodsoaked Promotions. And, I did promotions for so many bands back then. And, that's how I got to know a lot of people. And so I had that, and I had the same logo for that back then. And then I had a record label. Let's see here. It was probably 2000. I had a record label. And so when I started that, it was Bloodsoaked Records. And I had that for about, 4 or 5 years. And then so that, when I ended that, I really didn't do too much for a couple of years. And then I just wanted to, I wanted to get back into the scene. And I had always continued to play guitar, but just, just practice here or there, nothing really serious. And then I just wanted to, start a death metal band, because I had played in a thrash band, back in the 80s. And I just wanted to get back into the scene of, playing and writing music. And so when the band, just came together, I was like, I've used this Bloodsoaked Promotions and Bloodsoaked Records for so many years. And, people know the label and the promotion, and they know the logo. So I was like, I'm just going to stick with Bloodsoaked.
Yeah.
It was just kind of was an evolution of everything that I had, worked on.
Yeah. When I saw the name of Bloodsoaked.
Yeah.
Let's see what these guys. Let's see what this band's like, and it's like, oh, there's only one guy. Oh, that's cool. Oh, cool. And then
Nice.
it was the song "Suicide" that I checked out.
Okay. Yep. Yeah. That and "No God" is probably my most popular two
Oh yeah, I
songs.
saw the video for both of those.
Yeah. All right.
I was like, okay, "Suicide." All right, let's check this out. And all of a sudden, it's like, dun, 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 I was like, what the fuck?
Yes. I love it. I love it.
This is brutal and it's technical.
I tried. No, it was good.
Yeah, and well, yeah, because like I said, you guys are not you guys. This band's been around since 2006, so it's now 2021.
Yeah. Was it 15 years? 15 years, about 15. Yeah. Something like that. 15, 16 years.
So yeah, it'll be 2026,
Yeah.
20th anniversary,
Yeah. It'll be 20 years. Crazy.
or 2005, 6. But
Right.
you can have a 20th in 2005 and 6.
Yeah.
Certain things do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was looking at the albums on here. 2006 was the first one, which is Brutally Butchered.
Yep.
What a delectable name.
Beautiful name, right?
And don't know if I can show the artwork, but there it is.
There you go. Yep. That was the first album.
Yeah, 2006, a total of 9 tracks, and the last one is 52 seconds long.
Yep. Yep.
How long did that take to record then?
I actually recorded that album myself, and gee, I don't know, maybe 6 months. You know, because they were, you know, I wasn't on a record label when it was first released, because I just released it myself. You know, I pressed it, I think 100 copies, and sold them. That's when MySpace was real popular, and yeah. But I recorded it myself, released it myself, sent it out to magazines, radio stations, you know, college radio stations. Sold a bunch of them on MySpace. And then I had a few labels that were interested in it, and, you know, wound up signing with Comatose Music back then. And they, you know, did a full on release of the album.
Awesome.
Yep.
That's cool.
Yes.
How long after that album did you start doing shows?
Because I wasn't even really going to do shows. I wasn't really sure. But yeah, the album, I released it, and then Comatose released it, and I'm trying to I'm trying to think if I played shows even before Comatose released it, and I might have. I'm not sure, but I would say, I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know. Maybe 6 months. Maybe 6 months after it was released, I you know, played my first show. I played 2 shows here in Raleigh, and then my third show was up in Philadelphia.
Awesome.
Yep.
Yeah, I got a mate from Philadelphia actually.
Oh yeah. Okay.
But he now lives in Aberdeen, Scotland.
Oh, okay.
I don't know, because my mate, he's met pretty much every single person within the metal scene. His name's Ross Staffin. I don't know if you ever met him before.
I'm not sure. It doesn't really ring a bell, but I might have. You never know.
Well, I'll probably find a picture of him later. But anyway, he's met so many different bands and seen so many bands, and he just goes on about how many bands he's seen, and it's like, I get it. You've seen all these bands. I get it. He's seen Mortician, for crying out loud. He's got a picture of Will.
Okay.
Which I'm like, you're lucky, because I can't afford to go to these gigs with the play. You've got to come to the UK at least once. Again, hopefully, who knows? Mortician might come to the UK again.
Hey, you never know.
Someone put on a really brutal death metal grindcore festival here in Bristol, and we can just get all these bands here.
That's right. You never know.
Yeah, we'll get Bloodsoaked here as well. But but let's hope gigs happen when everyone's got their vaccines. So
Yep.
obviously again, I'm going to repeat myself. Start with those over the age of 80 and 90. Get theirs done. I think a lot of those are done now here in Bristol. Then it's
Okay.
70 to 60, 40 to 50. Then it'll go my age, in 20s to 30s. Because I'm nearly 30, so there you go.
Yeah, yeah.
But I feel old because I'm always like, I can't do anything anymore. But because I've gone to so many gigs, I've gone to so many festivals, I've gone in so many mosh pits, I've banged my head countless bloody times.
You're getting beat up.
You beat yourself up. I pulled
Yep.
muscles in my shoulders and back and stuff enough times, so it's like
Hey, you get into the music, man.
getting the music.
You just start enjoying this shit.
Yeah, man, definitely. Yep. And that's why I love metal, because you can just get all your aggression out.
Yep, all your aggression, frustrations, whatever it is, you can get it out with metal for sure.
Get out with metal.
Yep.
Yes. I don't think you can do that with any other music.
Yeah, no. Metal's just got something about it that, helps you get that aggression out.
Yeah, because everyone thinks it's just, angry music, they're always angry. No, there's actually an article saying that metal music relaxes you. It gets gets all your anger and aggression out. So then you're just like, afterwards, like, yeah.
Yeah, you get
right now for the next band.
Sense of release. Yep.
right now for the next band. If it's that first one, it's like, next band, yeah. Oh, that was amazing. And then they're having an argument with a friend or girlfriend over something stupid.
Yeah.
It's like, no. Watch the band.
Yep.
Watch Possessed, who I got to see at Bloodsoaked. They were amazing.
Nice.
Absolutely, man. My chair is squeaking. Fucking thing. And then let's get on to the next album, which is Sadistic Deeds, Grotesque Memories, which Suicide is on.
Yep.
And you did a cover of Gates to Hell by Obituary.
Yep. I love Obituary, always have. That was always been one of my favorite songs. And so I wanted to do yep.
That's the album.
Yep. And so I was happy. I was happy with how the cover song turned out of Gates to Hell. Yep.
And how long did this one take to record?
That one might have taken about a year.
A year, because it came out in 2009.
Yep. And it took a while to just write the songs, get everything where I wanted. Because I had a fairly good following from the first album, and so I just wanted to put more time and effort into writing the songs for that album, and just make things make the riffs catchy, the songs catchy, and and I wrote that one in my old apartment as well, just my little 1-bedroom apartment, just sitting there and just just jamming it out. And shit, that was a while ago too, but
and obviously the song Suicide, as soon as your vocals kick in, it's like, wow, he's got a settlers.
Yeah, well, thank you. But that was a great album. And the song Rotting in Filth, that was my first video that I had done for Bloodsoaked, and that came out real good, and that got played on MTV's Headbangers Ball.
When that was still a thing.
Yeah, exactly, when that was big. So so that album did really well for me.
Yeah. Well,
it kind of solidified Bloodsoaked as a solid death metal band in the scene.
Definitely, because it's got all the things you hear in death metal.
Yeah,
juggy guitar riffs. Not every death metal band has the technical parts, but those bits. Sometimes pitch harmonics, if you put pitch harmonics, and most importantly, as well as the bass and the drums, is the vocals.
Yes. Yep. I've always, even when I played in the thrash band, years ago, I would do backup vocals, and I would always just do the death metal style backup vocals. Always loved to do vocals, and I always like to, sing and play at the same time. And yeah, I just, learned, and just to get my, my own style of, vocals.
Yeah, because everyone's got their own unique
Yep.
style of how they do their death metal vocals.
Yep.
Corpse Grinder has his own way of doing it. Chris Bonds has his own way of doing it.
Yes.
And
Yep.
John Tardy from Obituary has his own way of doing it.
Yep.
Martin Van Drunen has his own way of doing it. Everyone has their own way of doing it.
Yes, for sure. Yeah.
David Ingram from Benediction's got his own way of doing it. So it's not all just low and guttural. It can be clear. It can be high. It can.
There's
so sound like Creator if you wanted.
Right. Yeah. No. There's so many different styles of vocals, of death metal vocals. There's, from the highs to the lows to the mids. You could have 20 vocalists and they all sound
completely different. Yeah, it's like I get to mention Lars and Rich again. They had their own unique metal death metal vocals.
Oh yeah.
Lars LG did some lows, and it was more kind of shouty in some cases.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like he's mixing death metal vocals, but with punk vocals, those sort of vocals.
Yep.
But making it more death metal.
Right.
And Rich did the really low.
Oh yes.
And then sometimes would do like the standard death metal vocals where you could actually hear what the vocals were like in
Right. Yep. You could I know.
Burn Your World, that song.
Yep.
I want to see you burn.
Yeah. You can so there that you can comprehend what they're saying sometimes. So there's just so many different variances.
Yeah, definitely. And speaking of all these old bands, like there's Fleshgrind. We're not going anymore, obviously. They split up in 2005. Internal Bleeding, they're still going. Mortal Decay.
Oh yeah.
I'm talking about all like the old school brutal death metal bands now.
Yep.
Like after Suffocation, I want to say.
Right.
Right after them.
Yep.
Oh, they were actually the Internal Bleeding were around the time Suffocation were already a band.
Yep, they were around back then.
But they didn't have an album yet.
Right. They've been around for a long time. They're all Suffocation, Internal Bleeding, Pyrexia. They're all up from they're from that same area.
Yeah, Pyrexia. I got to see Pyrexia as well. Broken Hope, Suffocation, Internal Bleeding. Not seen Mortal Decay yet. They're still on my list.
Okay, yeah, no, I've played with Mortal Decay. Know the guys. Great band.
Also, I'm guessing you played with a lot of those other bands as well.
Yep.
Like, did you play with Internal Bleeding at all?
Yep, I've played festivals with Internal Bleeding. Yep, I've known them for a while too.
I'm guessing you just know a lot of people within the death metal scene, be it.
Well, just from just playing festivals and touring and even Facebook and stuff. So you just get to be friendly and your acquaintances with just so many bands.
Yeah, definitely. I met Chris from Internal Bleeding on my 22nd birthday actually when they played London, because they were on tour with Disgorge.
Okay. Yep.
Obviously, another vocalist that comes to mind, Matty Way.
Yep. Oh yeah, great vocalist.
I've been meaning to mention this man for a while. I was thinking, wait a minute, for talking brutal death, who's a big part of that? Him.
Oh yeah, for sure. He's done. He's sang on different bands, different albums, and great vocals.
Yeah, definitely great vocalist, and obviously I was going to mention another fallen brother of ours, Eric from Deeds of Flesh.
Yeah, there's another one that passed away. It's crazy.
When I heard that, I was like, wow, that's very unexpected.
Yep. Yeah, I think it's been over a year now.
I was just like, what? How's he dead? That's what I was
I
thinking.
know.
How did he? Oh, I'm not gonna. No. Ask how did he die? It's like how's he dead? It's like how did he die? And then they tell you, and obviously they tell you how they died and everything. It's like I'm just like thinking, oh, for crying out loud, how many more
Yep.
people do I know are going to pass
I
away?
know.
Yeah, I was doubting myself if it was his name, Eric,
Yeah.
Eric Lindmock.
Yep.
Yeah, fucking sucks that he's gone because he had
I
great
know.
vocals as well.
Great guitarist.
Great guitarist. Obviously,
Great.
he didn't do guitar live for a while because he started getting a problem in his hand,
Right.
which I cannot remember what the condition is, but
I think it was tendonitis.
tendonitis, yeah,
I think so.
something
I
like
could I could be wrong, but I think
I
it
can't
would be a
remember what it
bad
is, but
case.
there's a thing called tinnitus where you get ringing in your ears.
Yep. Yeah, I have that too. It sucks.
That's why when I go to gigs, when I started going, obviously when I was still going to gigs, that's what I was meant to say. When I started going to gigs, I didn't do that. And then later on, it's like earplugs in.
Yep. Yeah, anytime I go to any gig show, I always wear earplugs because I wish I did when I was, first going to shows. Maybe then now I wouldn't fucking have this ringing in my ear all damn day and night.
Yeah, that's because that's the thing you don't really think about doing is
No.
putting earplugs in. Because everyone
Yep.
thought, oh, I want to hear the music, and then years later, all those metalheads you probably would have saw when you were playing in the thrash metal band are probably complaining that their ears are
Yep.
fucked.
Exactly.
It's like, gee, I wonder why your ears are messed up. It's like,
Yes.
oh, I don't know. Is that because you went to a lot of metal shows and they were probably turned up to the freaking max.
Yes.
Spinal Tap, anyone? Turns up to
Right.
11.
Yep. You're right.
But yeah, well, and before I ask you about what bands you've done shows with and toured with and whatnot, the last album, The Death of Hope.
Yep.
The Death of Hope.
Yep. There's no hope left.
Yeah, and some people might find this a bit yeah.
Yeah. I love that cover.
It's a great cover, but some people might be like, oh, that's a bit disturbing. It was like, well, it's part of the music. But yeah, I
Exactly.
can see why. It's someone hanging.
Right. Yep. Yeah. They, you can see them hanging there. There's just no hope left. So they, hung themselves. So,
But yeah, speaking of, because like I was saying about metal, it helps you get your anger and aggression out, and also it gets you out of those negative
yep.
processes as well,
Yes.
like suicide and depression and all that.
Right. Yep.
And I just said negative thought process. There's a band from the UK here in Stevenage, which is can't think I'm far away from Bristol, called Negative Thought Process.
Okay.
3-piece power violence power violence grindcore.
Okay. Heck yeah.
So if you're into that sort of stuff, give them a listen.
Check 'em
I'll
out.
send links. I'll send links.
Yeah. Send me links.
I'll send you links. So yeah. And I'm gonna ask again, how long did that take to record? Was it just you doing it, or did you have someone?
That album there, I wrote, all the songs myself, but I did have, I jammed a lot. I would write a song or two and, I'd record it, just like a little, scratch tracks demo. And then I would send those riffs to, Brent, the drummer, for, oh my God, Atrocious Abnormality.
Mm.
So he played in Atrocious, and I wanted to write, this album with an actual drummer, just to get a different perspective and feel to the songs. So, I'd send him the riffs, he'd listen to them, write some drum parts, and then, I'd go down, jam with him for a weekend and try to, work out the songs a little bit better. And yeah, that one probably took a little over a year. So probably right around a year, I guess. But yeah, I wrote that with Brent, and that was probably my well, yeah, that album and Grotesque Memories did very well. But I think the songs on The Death of Hope, just very memorable. And I do pay a lot of that to Brent for, just, I might think the song should be going, this way. And he's like, oh, let's just try this. And, just these little things here and there made the album, better than it would have if I had just done it myself.
Yeah, because you can only do things on your own for so long until you're like, okay, I'm ran out of ideas. I need someone else to help.
Yes.
And there's no shame in having someone helping you out. You're in a one-man band. It's like, you know what? I actually want someone to do an instrument.
Yeah.
On the entire album.
Yeah. And just to throw ideas off of and, get some feedback. It definitely helps. So, yeah, I was very happy with, the way Brent and I just jammed it out.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Yeah, I was just thinking of other bands from like the same area as like Internal Bleeding, Suffocation and all that.
Yeah.
Immolation, of course.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Like New York in general, just New York in general, not certain areas in New York, but in general. Well, obviously they're based in Florida now, but Cannibal Corpse.
Yep.
Buffalo.
Yep. Malevolent Creation.
Malevolent Creation. Brett Hoffman's another one we've lost.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Yep.
Because I got to see Malevolent Creation in 2015 in London with Grave.
Oh, nice. Okay.
He stuck his fist out to do the whole fist.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking yes, I'll do that.
Yep.
Yeah, that's when I found out he passed away. I was like, he said Brett Hoffman passed away at stage 4 cancer. I was like,
I know. Fucking
how
cancer.
long has he had that? I was thinking.
Yep.
I was just like, how long has he had this? Oh, jeez. But obviously his vocals, you'll still hear.
Oh, yeah.
You won't be able to see him in person, but you'll still be able to hear him.
Yep.
Put on a Malevolent Creation album or anything he might have done guest vocals on.
Yep. No, he's one of the originators of, just a classic style of death metal.
Yeah, definitely. Like, again, with the vocals, he didn't do gutturals. He did more what you would hear from, like, Creator and Sodom and the more harsher vocals. Not sometimes it would sound like a growl in some songs, but like from the second album, Malevolent Creation's second album, Retribution.
Yep.
Which is my all-time favorite of theirs.
Yeah, I love that.
The cover on it is fucking amazing.
Oh yeah, no, I love their first album. To me, that album
Ten Commandments.
So fucking is so good. Every song in there is just insane.
Yeah, and everything stands out. When as soon as you hear his vocals, it's just like,
yep,
just like goosebumps.
Yes.
Or just makes you want to bang your head and shit. And I know we got Corpse Grinder who does his windmills like fucking 100 miles an hour or whatever. I keep thinking his head's gonna pop off.
Yeah.
But he could windmill as well.
Oh yes.
He could windmill.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And probably some people might just pop onto this video and be like, what the hell does windmilling mean?
I know, right? Yep.
Does this.
Metalheads know what it is.
Well, metalheads know what it is, but for all you out there who say, I listen to everything.
Yes.
Look, if someone says to me, I listen to everything, all right, let me put on No God by Bloodsoaked. They'll probably be like, no, I don't like it now. Don't say you listen to everything then.
Right. Yeah.
Each to their own what they want to listen to. Me, preferably, is metal.
Same here.
Metal, but I also like folk music as well. Just chill out. I need something to chill out to. What can I check? Folk music. Yep.
Yeah.
Fine now. Now I need to get my blood pumping. What can I have? What can I put on? Bolt Thrower. Bolt Thrower. Those Once Loyal. Done. There we go. Yeah, Bolt Thrower is one of my favourite bands, obviously.
Another fucking great band.
I got to see him once.
Yeah.
2014 at Damnation Fest here in Leeds.
Okay.
which is where my mate Alex, who's in Avontel, is from originally.
All
And when they have Damnation Fest, is the university.
Oh, okay.
They use the university building to put the festival on,
Oh, damn.
which is pretty cool. So there's like
Yes.
got the little shop in there where the students can go into the shop, buy whatever, and get on to their next lecture or whatever.
Nice.
What was I thought? I'll just buy beer.
Yeah. I love it.
Buy beer and burgers. There we go.
Yes.
Other bands I just remembered. Morpheus Descends.
Yep. Okay. Yep.
That band from that area. Ripping Corpse, Eric Rutan's
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
first, like I think is what his first ever band, or we had a band before that, but it was
Yep.
one of his earliest.
Yes. Yep. Eric.
Rutan.
Yep.
You know, Hate Eternal. He's now playing for Cannibal Corpse.
Oh, yeah.
And
Yep.
he's pretty much recorded most of their albums up to this point.
Yeah. No, he's recorded a lot of albums. You know, he might even be more known for his recording and mixing than you know, Hate Eternal. It's, you know, he's done both insanely well.
Yeah, I've heard it. I've heard the stuff he's, you know, engineered, produced, everything.
Right.
It always comes out just right. It's always crisp
Yes.
and it's
Yep.
brutal.
Yeah.
I never say
Awesome.
crisp. It's like, oh, that's very crisp.
I know what you're saying, though. I understand what you're saying for sure.
Yeah, it's very crisp, and I'm like this beer, which
Yeah. Nice.
hopefully, no, gonna have to let that settle.
Ah,
Drinking. I don't know if you heard of this beer.
no.
It's very nice.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah, it's a. I'm pretty sure it's a Belgian beer. Yeah, Belgian or German. Could
Nice.
be wrong. I could be wrong. Someone would say, "You got it wrong, mate."
That's
Oh,
all right.
sorry. I don't know all my beers,
Yeah.
but well, sorry. Yeah, get a bit off topic. We're talking about beers, and
That's all right.
But I'm guessing you drank a lot of beers at gigs and festivals, obviously.
Yes. Yeah. Too much.
Too
Too
much.
many.
Too much
Yeah.
is never enough.
Oh. Sometimes it's too fucking much.
Well, yeah, I can see why.
Yeah.
Like when you're at a festival, it's like, oh god, oh it's the last day. Oh, I got to drink everything.
Yeah. I know, right? Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
You okay? No, I'm fucking dying.
Yep.
I'm gonna crawl out of my tent when festival's happening. I just be like this, just
Yeah.
crying because like, you're right, I'm not okay.
That's great.
What do you want? Bacon sandwich,
Yeah.
please. Bacon sandwich
Oh,
and a
fun.
coffee.
Yeah. All right. That's a good combination.
Good combination. A bacon sandwich and a coffee. In
Perfect.
the UK, bacon sandwich or sausage sandwich or even an egg sandwich.
Yes.
It's a good thing I ate before I did this. Otherwise, I'd be making myself hungry. But speaking of Bloodsoaked, you got 3 albums out, and I don't know if there's going to be another one.
Yeah. No, I've got 6 albums altogether.
6 albums.
Yep. Yeah, and the last 2, you know, I released online myself.
Oh yeah, the EPs. I was just looking. Yeah,
Yep. The
Religious Apocalypse.
yep,
Desolate
Religion,
Paradise, and Disgorging
the Wretched. Yep.
And that was 2019.
Yep.
So all right, so yeah, you got 3 full lengths, and then you got the 3 mini lengths.
Right.
So
Yep.
6 altogether.
Yep. And I'm still adding songs to the Disgorging the Wretched and Desolate Paradise, because I've just released them online myself, and when I'm writing new songs, I write them for those albums, and then I just keep adding them on to those albums.
Yeah, that's one way.
Yeah.
That's one way of doing it.
Yeah.
Of course, you know, release it yourself or release it on the label you're on.
Yeah.
Yep.
And so there's no time crunch. It's not like, hey, you got to have this album ready by such and such a date. I just write a song, and when it's done and it's recorded, I'll post it online, and add it to the album. Whether it's every other month or once every 6 months or whatever. Just when it comes and it feels right and it's going, flowing good, I can just release a song.
Yeah, do it. Definitely. And I was looking at members that you've had in the past.
Yeah.
You've had someone named Joseph Byron.
Yeah, Joseph Darling.
Yeah, it says, okay. Metallica's saying something different, but it says Byron for some reason. But
okay.
Or that might have been his actual last name. I don't know. I don't know. I look at things like, is that right? Is that right? And forget. It says vocals, guitar, 2012 to 2014.
Yep, yeah, he toured with me.
I've seen footage of him. Yeah.
Say it again.
I think I've seen footage.
Okay.
Bloodsoaked, and he's been in it.
Yeah, no, he was great in the band. He did. We traded vocals back and forth. He played great, stage presence great. Always able to play shows. Yeah, I love Joseph. He had his own band as well, Malbolgia, from here in North Carolina. Yeah, but I've had Joseph, and then he was out of the band for a while, and then I had what is his name? Oh my God, David Sanchez. Yeah, I had David Sanchez from right here in Raleigh. He took over Joseph's spot on vocals and second guitar, and then on Desolate Paradise, I had some vocals done by Craig. He lives out in actually I think he's still living in Boston, and he plays in a band, Hate Storm Annihilation. I've always just loved his vocals, so some of the vocals on Desolate Paradise are done by me, some of them him, and then there's another guy, a local guy here, Zach, that's been doing the vocals on Disgorging the Wretched. He's just got that real deep, low gutturals that I just can't do the real good gutturals for the slam type stuff. So he's been doing the vocals on Disgorging the Wretched.
Yeah, I can't really do those vocals anymore because I've been continuing with a lot of the OSDM type vocals.
Okay, yeah.
Sticking with those because obviously it is going to fit more with my death metal band than with the really like.
Right, yeah. Yeah,
I can sort of do it, but not for very long. But now you have a man named Craig.
Yeah.
I don't know how you say his last name.
This
guy, anyone's wondering.
Yeah. He's he also plays in Hate Storm Annihilation, and he's just he's been doing vocals for a few songs on Desolate Paradise. Yep. So I'm just, it's more, I'm doing just a lot of just studio work now, with both of the other vocalists, and yeah. Yeah,
you can't really do any gigs at the moment.
No, I mean there's nothing, because of COVID. But after COVID, maybe, I just been playing shows. And so now, I might just be doing studio stuff for a while. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Let's see what happens and keep our fingers crossed and all that. And hopefully that word again, people, taking the piss. Hopefully nothing takes the piss.
Yes.
For crying out loud. If you're going outdoors, people, wear a bloody mask.
You got it.
When you go in shops.
Yep.
But if you're not wearing a mask and you are walking around, just make sure you move out of the way of people or move to the other side of the damn road.
Yep.
But still, wear a goddamn mask.
Yeah. I love it.
Wear it. Yeah, I was good. What was I saying? Oh yeah, the bands that Bloodsoaked have played with over the years. What have been your highlights?
Highlights. Well,
I put you on the spot now.
Yeah. Pestilence.
Nice.
Veda, I play Veda. I love Veda. I love watching Veda. Highlights. That's a good one. I played, with Obituary here locally. So that was highlight just from, growing up, listening to Obituary, being a huge fan, and then, playing shows with him. Is just some of the coolest stuff. When I played over in Portugal, I played with Hail of Bullets, and
Nice.
so I got to meet Martin Van Druwen, which is
Nice.
one of my all-time favorite death metal vocalists of all, him and John Toddy. So yeah, so that meeting him and watching him perform was probably the biggest highlight death metal wise for me.
Yeah, I've seen John Toddy perform live, but not seen Martin Van Drunen.
Yeah, no, I was happy as fuck. I was so happy when I got to, I knew I was going to be playing a festival with him over there, and he'd be there. And yeah, got to meet him, got to watch him perform. It was great.
Yeah, definitely. And thinking of another vocalist as well, John Mcintyre of another band from New York.
Yep.
And
yeah, he actually, from what I hear, he just recently moved down here to North Carolina.
Yeah, he told me that when I had him on here.
Okay.
When I first started this last year.
Okay.
Yeah, he moved to North Carolina.
Yeah.
So I did it on here, like fucking TV.
Ah, okay.
So I got a HDMI cable, plug it into my laptop, and then mirror it, and then have my phone set there.
Nice.
Record it live from Facebook, and then you can see what the fuck's going on there.
Yeah.
But I'm doing it more like this because it's just a little bit different, not different, easier.
Sure.
Because when I've watched those Facebook live streams back, when I've put them on, some of it just stops and some dialogue, some conversations get lost.
Okay.
We were having, when hopefully that was supposed to be recording, you stupid phone. But no, my phone's fine. It plays music.
There you go.
Once it plays music and takes calls, it's great.
Yep, that's it.
And yeah, I'm jealous if you've seen Martin Van Drunen live. I'm very jealous of that. Yeah. Well, hopefully I'll get to see him this year with Asphyx in London for Sublime Terror Fest.
Yeah. Hopefully they come to the US.
Hopefully see him in the UK and Asphyx in the US for you.
Yes.
And at least I know some of your highlights.
Yep. Yeah, that was it.
I met John Toddy.
Yep, me too. Great guy.
Bloodsoaked 2014 again. Had a picture of him. Got a card signed and everything. Had a picture of him. The only thing I'm jealous of, his hair's a lot longer than mine.
Yeah. No, yeah, he's been letting his hair grow forever. He's got long ass fucking hair.
Because it was there when I met him, and now it's there. So it's getting there-ish.
Yep.
I know his brother's got really long hair. That's the drummer, Donald.
Yep.
It's like there's two siblings in the same band, and you're thinking, how does that work? Well, that's work. They get on.
It works great.
Well, they obviously get on.
Yep.
Probably bicker a few times, as siblings do.
Yep.
I should know. I have a brother.
Yeah, me too.
He's older than me. He's 32 years old.
Okay.
He's the one who works for the NHS.
Okay, nice.
That's why I said he's got his vaccine, so that's why I was thinking. The thing is, like, don't say the word. Don't say the word.
Right. Hey, I'm gonna go take a piss real quick, but I'll be back in 2 minutes.
Cool. I can just pause the chat.
Perfect. Be right back.
Right. While he's doing that, we'll pause the chat.